Welcome to the Women in Vinyl podcast with Jenn DiEugenio, founder of Women in Vinyl and contributor Robyn Raymond. This podcast facilitates conversations with those working in the vinyl record industry to educate, demystify, and diversify the vinyl community.
Cause I'm spineless. A jellyfish with a little streak of kindness. If you're friends with me, then you know this. So take your Adderall and focus, 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 focus. Shapewear complex. Hands round my neck. Talk to that. Fishy bad breath. Crying to my mom, I'm not normal. Couldn't get a date to the high school ball. Cause they thought I wasn't pretty. Which is weird cause I'm the hottest fucking bitch in New York City. Hottest fucking bitch in New York City.
Thank you for joining us on episode 55 of the Women in Vinyl podcast. You just heard part of the single Fishy that just came out earlier this month by Jennifer, a punk-tinged indie rock duo based in New York City. Find this single and more brought to you by our current indie label partner, Final Girl Records, a Brooklyn and LA-based indie label and collective supporting women, trans, and non-binary artists. Find more at www.finalgirlrecords.com. We get asked all the time about our favorite products, so on this episode, Robyn and I return to our turntables to unwrap, use, discuss, and share some of our favorite things. And for the first time, have a video component. So if you want to watch, we'll wait, go to YouTube, and check out our channel. Ahead of the holiday season, we thought it was perfect timing, so join us for part one as we dive into record care and cleaning kits, inner sleeves, polybags, and some weird things you can find on the interwebs. Part two will be all about some more techie stuff, headphones, and more. Enjoy the episode. It's official.
Okay. It's official. We're actually doing it. We're live on the videos now. Oh my god.
I know.
Ah.
Pressure.
Hello, internet.
So much pressure. Especially when we're going to talk about things.
And stuff.
We've been wanting to make this one for a while, so I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Everybody likes gadgets and gizmos. I mean, that's part of the joy of collecting.
Yeah. And everyone asks us like what we like.
Yeah. What do you like? What kind of turntable should I buy? I don't know. What do you want to buy? What's your budget?
Yeah.
No.
What's your end goal?
Yeah. Are you going to move a bunch? How many records do you want to thrash? Lots or a little bit? Do you want to keep rebuying them? Great. Thanks for keeping us in business. Love you.
So a big box showed up on Robyn's door.
It sure did. Oh my God. I'm like, is she an influencer now? I think she is, but like just a secondhand influencer, and that's fine with me. Woo. But yeah, like this. Oh my God. Don't look at my address. But yes, that. Plus all of this. It's just I love the itemized alphabetized list because we know that Jenn is a lot of things, but she's very organized. Not like the trash panda that she keeps doing this podcast with. But that's why we get along so well. I think. So yeah, I got a big box. You packed me a very nice box. I mean, I tried to repack it as nicely as you packed it. There was no hope of that ever happening. So it's just been kind of
spatial awareness is like my superpower. I'll always say, like, I know how things fit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm good at Jenga, but not like three-dimensional Jenga.
Yeah.
You know? Like Jenga's just like, 1D. Is it 1D, 2D?
Like Tetris?
Yeah. I can stack things on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one. Oh, I'm a moron. Look at me. I'm a gamer. Yes. I'm wicked good at Tetris. I am shit at Jenga. Yes. I can't push a block in. I can't take a block out. I can't stack it on top of each other. Once the box is open, there's no prayer of getting it back into the teeny tiny box that it was prepared in. But now we just get to take it all out and never put it back in and actually like file it away in my continued unorganized record collection.
Well, and so I figured a good place to start was with cleaning, general upkeep of our records. So we wanted to show different price points. So we figured cleaning was a good place to start and general record upkeep. So we have a bunch of things here. And we'll get into more technical stuff next time, including Robyn playing with a at-home vinyl cutter, which is going to be amazing. Content.
I mean, it's so meta. It's what I do, and now it's just miniaturized, and that is great.
All right, so we wanted to show different price points because not everybody has $1 million. Yes.
Okay.
So the anti-static record stuff. Start there.
Yes. Okay. I mean, is this where we do the like ASMR kind of nails on the box thing too? Because I feel like that's what people want. All right. So here we go.
Ooh.
Anti-static record brush. This is care of our buds at Audio Quest. So yeah, there's like a few hot takes on how to use brushes. I'm of the opinion that you don't use a brush while the record is turning because that seems wild to me. I don't know what your thoughts are.
When I am cleaning them with like a liquid cleaner, I do turn it. My hands are very small, so it's hard for me to hold the record and clean it. I mean, obviously, shout out to VPI for the big, massive vacuum cleaner that we all aspire to own. But yes. Well, and I think it'll be interesting too, because like, do you use anti-static brushes much?
I mean, for personal collection, yes. I mean, static is a whole nother animal when it comes to like making records, because that's like a thing that we always talk about in our forums and our DMs to each other in the record cutting community, where we're like, static, and we're getting to that point in the year again where static becomes a thing because in Canada there's no humidity. So then static becomes a whole nother thing. So between cleaning and anti-static brush, I mean, I do have one of these in my collection, and I've used it a handful of times. It's a nice little, like, I like to call this like a precision brush, because you can be like, woo woo, when you see something quickly on the turntable, you can like stop a record, give it a little wipe, which like another one of our little shout out to one of our sponsors, that are folks at Groove Washer. That's a little bit more intensive. So like this one's like a little bit of a like, oh, there's a little bit of that. Yeah, exactly. So I like to use this one as like a while you're playing kind of thing, but never like dragging it along the surface while the record is playing. That just like gives me shivers that I cannot find.
Exactly. And it's conductive carbon fibers. And it retails for $16.95, so definitely affordable. They say that their instructions are: place the record on the platter, start the turntable, holding the brush's body, gently place the fibers across the grooves without bending the fibers. Let the record turn a few times, gather the dust, rotate your wrist, and brush counterclockwise.
Mm.
Boom.
Mm. With a flick. Yeah.
Yes, because the brush is better at gathering dust than at holding dust. So you may have to repeat 3 to 4
Yeah.
times.
And then you're not supposed to touch the fibers because you're a greasy little animal and you'll negate all of the ability of your brush to actually gather things. So don't touch, no touchy.
Yes. And for the people who aren't
But that's
watching, it's like the size of a harmonica. So
yeah,
not too bad.
yeah. And I mean like kind of looks like one too. Um like stainless steel, it looks like on the outside. But yeah, it's cute. They work well when you need them to, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
But I mean the audio quest guys say you know turn your record player on and let it buck, and I say don't do that, but that is my personal opinion. So
Well, and then the next step up is the vinyl style one.
mm-hmm.
This one's bigger, more like a hairbrush size.
And that's kind of what I thought it was, or like one of the like foot scraper pedicure pumice stone things. I was like,
Ooh.
where are you sending me right now? And I was like, thanks, girl. But again, we'll do this is the vinyl style, conductive anti-static record cleaning brush, sound solutions for the modern era.
I love that our
I mean,
nails
we
kind of
always
match for
love
this too.
Oh yeah, that's great. That, oh yeah. This way you don't have to like get, farther in. Ooh, wow. Okay. So yeah, that's cool. Very much like, yeah, like a hairbrush.
So this one says, while holding your thumb or finger on the handle's silver area, apply the brush to the rotating vinyl record and continue with gentle pressure as you wipe towards the edge and off the vinyl. When done, remove dust from bristles with a cleaning cloth. Avoid touching bristles. Will transfer oil. Do not use record cleaning fluid with this brush.
Yeah. So again, you want to, let's see if I can orient my camera and you can see. Can you see my turntable?
Yes.
Okay. So like dust.
Yes.
Oh,
and then
no,
they have this little
that
silver bit, which I'm assuming is to help with
grounding?
additional static. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess grounding, maybe. Yeah. So that's cute. But yeah, again, don't touch the bristles.
Mm-hmm. Similar to the
nice
last
too.
one.
Yeah, similar to the last one, but you can also you don't have to get up as close and personal with your record as well. So, if you're actually enjoying your record, you can be a little bit farther away from it.
You could always, depending on your type of turntable too, you could always move it with your hand. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. At the record store, what we would do is we would put down a microfiber cloth and then we would put the record on the microfiber cloth and then we would clean it like that way when we actually get into like spray town.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
So you can also do that.
Yeah. And the vinyl style one again is $19.99 retail, so just a little bit more than the other one, which I think makes sense for its size.
Extra plastic, yeah.
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 So the next thing is interesting, and I'm not sure how many people have actually used one.
The zero stat.
The static gun.
The pistol that neutralizes static. Anytime there's like a gun-shaped anything, I always like do a James Bond pose. So, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So I haven't opened mine because I have never actually owned one of these before. So hold the Milty Zero Stat about 300 millimeters. I wish it wasn't on the box, Jen, so that I could ask you what you think 300 millimeters is. Approximately 12 inches away from the object. So you can anti-static anything, not just records.
Yeah.
You know, you have a cat that's a problem, anti-static your cat. Who knows?
Aw.
Squeeze the trigger slowly. A powerful stream of positive ions project over a spread of about 400 millimeters or 16 inches. Release it slowly, and negative ions are produced. Zerostat lasts for at least 50,000 trigger operations and requires no power supply, battery, or refill. I'm curious now that we've got a number on here. Does it tell you? Is there like a counter? Does it say like you've squeezed this 16 times already?
So I am on the fence with this guy. We'll see what happens when we use it here. We had one of these when I worked at Furnace, and I'm always just kind of skeptical about it. It just seems
I mean,
odd.
there are a lot of people in the record cutting community that also swear by them for the aforementioned static battles with lathe cutters. So I mean, I'm very staticky currently. Let me try it out. Let me try.
You're gonna zap your hair?
The plastic, I think. I'm gonna see.
It also says, I don't think you can see, but caution, keep out of reach of children.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna anti-static everything in your house. They're just gonna use up all of your 50,000 in like one day. Okay. So let's see. There's no other real directions. Where does this little tip thing go? So when you open it, it comes in like this little box, and then it's got this little tip doodad. Where does the tip go?
And for people that aren't watching, it is a blue gun, kind of like a glue gun. And
that's exactly what I was.
And it has a black trigger and a little black nozzle.
No. But you don't get to burn yourself on this one, so that's nice.
This feel very.
Oh, that's 4.
497,000 zaps left.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I wish I had a balloon to like rub something on.
So
I'm trying to. My chair is squeaking. I'm creating so much static right now. Okay, just gonna. Nope.
It's more staticky in Canada versus the humid Austin. So Robyn is making static.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Oh, wait. These are staticky. Hang on. We've got sleeves. Sleeves are always staticky.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Let's try it.
Wait, move your camera down.
Oh, right. Yeah. Do you see?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, do you see the positive ions? Here we go.
Whoa.
I mean,
I feel like
they are coming.
If we had a video editor, we need someone to insert little like electric bolts.
I think we could find that. I mean, when I picked them up, they were like really sticky together, and now they are not.
Okay.
So, yes, works.
So, like I said, I don't know, maybe, but the reason why I have never owned one of these until we decided to do this is because this is $99. So it retails for almost $100. Oh.
That's USD too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like we'll need to use it a little bit more. Maybe for part 2, we'll tell you if we've used it more and have different results, but I don't know.
So that's like $5 a squeeze. You get like
so yeah. I don't know.
Okay, Milty. All right.
Cool. Well, not a sponsor, so
not a sponsor, but used wildly in the record people community. So like there's a lot of people that have these. I mean, This is the first time that we get to say it, but like, tell us in the comments whether you have an Ilty and whether you like it. Let me know if you've ever replaced it. Do you think you've hit 50,000 squeezes? How often do you use it? Because, if it's can you get it recharged? Because it doesn't have a power supply. So do you just have to buy a new one? Because I mean, like, genius for them.
Yeah.
But
well, and how do you use it? Like, what do you use it on mostly? Is it always on your records?
Yeah. Do you use it? Do you do it on your laundry?
I'm still like waiting to hear people's stories of children and why we need to keep it away from them. Are they zapping?
Yeah.
What are they
Yeah.
zapping? So next we've moved on to some stylus cleaner.
Something that I use all the time, actually. Okay. Is that the zero dust one?
Yeah.
Ah. Mm. La, la. Or the turntable. There's so many. I can't tell you guys how this box is just wow. It's so wow. It's very wow. Okay.
Wait, is it this guy?
Oh, okay, let's do that one. Aha, Turntable Lab. We love the Turntable Lab. Great content on the Instagrams and the internets.
So this one
is also anti-static.
Yeah, and it's for your stylus, and it can be used dry or wet, which will segue nicely into our wet cleaning bit.
Yeah.
It's $11.95. Totally affordable.
Very affordable.
I think these are definitely like this and the next one that we're going to talk about are definitely worth the small amount that they cost.
Totally.
So many people in my world.
I mean, the thing with like styli specifically is that, yeah, I mean, you can clean them and keep them in good shape. And then, you still need to change those bad boys every now and again. Unless you're my mom and you tape the head shell and everything onto your turntable and leave it like that for 35 years. And then whatever.
And that's not been changed, right? You said that you haven't changed that.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, we tried to change it, but the head shell actually just like came off. So the tape was structural at this point. So now I'm on the hunt for parts for my dual from Germany. But it's all good. So yeah, so you can leave this dry or you can apply a stylus cleaner. You're supposed to brush in one direction only, back to front in a straight line. So opposite of wiping your bum. And then you're supposed to repeat that several times. But don't brush it front to back. So you just kind of go, ah.
And there's a little graphic here, if you can see. Yeah. Robyn's lighting might be better. But yeah, it has a check mark and an X. And in my world of record pressing, when people are listening to their test pressings, I think that this is something that everyone should have because a lot of times when people are concerned about a tick or pop or issue that they think they hear on one and not all of their test pressings, it's probably dust or a dirty stylus.
Yeah. 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 A dirty or worn out stylus needs to be changed.
Yep.
Monsters like me.
So yeah, super small, cute. And these for people not watching are like they're like a flosser size.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're like a little flosser size, a little bit bigger. And then it looks like it's like a little blunt plastic end, but it's not. It's made of thousands of bristles. I mean, it doesn't say to not touch this one, so like I kind of want to touch. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, here. Ooh. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty cute.
Yeah, I definitely think this one's worth it. I would put this on the buy it list.
I would, yes, yes, worth it. Great price point. Nice, also little gift for somebody in your record collecting life if they're, you know, it's never going to be something that will be a bad purchase for anybody that
Yeah.
uses records. You might
So
just
then,
blow their whole mind, be like, "Oh my God, my records sound amazing now." Oh wow.
the next one is this Onzao.
Oh, this little guy. Yes. Yeah, the zero dust.
Love.
Yeah. Yes.
So you still have the
The
packaging for this
cartridge.
one. What does it
Yeah.
say?
The cartridge is becoming more precious to the LP record fan. Safety and perfect. Only one touch. I mean, so good. Okay. So you're supposed to leave this. Don't leave the container in a place under direct sunshine to avoid an accident from its convex lens behavior. So it does have like a magnifier kind of situation on the top of it. So if you leave it in the sun, it's going to dry out. So you definitely don't want to do that. It also says do not allow an infant to put the cleaning element into the mouth. Leave it in a place not accessible by children.
So another not safe for
This
kids.
is made by our good buds in Japan.
Yes.
So
instead of not safe for work, we should start a
this.
NSK? Not safe for kids.
NSFK, yeah.
I feel like that suits us.
So these are actually, yep. You're a childless cat lady. I'm just like a childless lady. It's great. So yeah, the phonograph record is charged with static electricity at a cumulative rate while it is played. The charged record continually absorbs dust in the air. As the frictional pressure between a groove and a stylus tip during playing a record is exceedingly high, the microdust in a groove sticks to the stylus point in compressed condition. Thus, the microdust contamination of the stylus tip is accelerated through playing a record. So, as we know, I mean, especially if you have your windows open, you're going to get dust. Oh, yeah. Oh, that. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, there's like a magnified top if anybody is listening and not watching, and then like a jelly kind of blob on the other side.
Yeah. And so yeah, so the magnifier is so that you can watch your delicate little paws put a stylus on the cleaning gel. Let's see. I've got another little Stanton stylus here that's a little bit deconstructed, so then we could see like the shaft and the middle. So I mean, like when people are like, "Oh, why would I ever change that?" Like, come on, this really? Okay. So I don't know if you can see me, Jen. Should I go closer? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so I type there. So then all you're gonna do is just like that, and then let her go, and that's it. Because it's called the one touch.
Yep.
You do it once, and that's great.
Does it say how long it lasts?
No, it doesn't. But from what I have read is that as you use it, and if you don't keep putting the case back together, it's going to dry out. So if it looks like it's not as blobby, then that's when it's not gonna work as good. So I think you can kind of judge that to see whether it's like cleaning still or not. And then yeah.
And so you can get these through Turntable Lab. They are $39. So they're not as cheap, but I definitely think it's an easy thing to use. So
and worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. So getting into some of the wet options now, we have the Audio Technica.
This is where we should add a bow, 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 bow,
yeah.
kind of noise. Oh yeah, our buds at Audio Technica.
Everything is so bleached out on my side. But solution pad and storage base included.
Mm.
Scientific record formula gently removes microdust and other contaminants, dissolves fingerprints, and eliminates static electricity. Velvet brush pad reaches into grooves. Inner reservoir directs AT635A record care solution into brushes pad leading edge. Okay. So these
I'm gonna grab a record. One sec.
these are about $29.99. While Robyn's grabbing a record, the instructions are a little more intense, honestly. Especially when we talk about Groove Washer next, it's just a little bit easier of a process. But I haven't used this yet, and the instructions kind of remind me of a COVID test. So,
well, I mean, it's science. They lead with science, so I mean, maybe they're trying to make it more sciencey. So
yeah,
that's fine.
So you're like changing out the lid
Right.
on the liquid first, and then you're dispensing one pre-measured 4 milliliter unit of the solution into two small filler holes on the top of the sonic brush pad.
I mean, I'm gonna guess that this is like also for like newish, cleanish records already. Because sometimes things need a little bit more. So the record that we're going to be looking at today is
Gojira. Very nice.
One of the classics from 2017, I believe that was released.
Great record.
Really great record, yeah. Made by our buds at Roadrunner.
This is also NSFK.
Don't feed it to kids.
May stain fabric and other surfaces.
Okay, so can you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's walk me through this again because
okay. So we have to change out the top.
Open. Okay. All right. We have the thing.
Our liquid. Yep.
Okay. We've got navy. Okay. Oh gosh, so many pieces.
There's an inner lid beneath the cap for secure shipping. We need to remove that, which I can't seem to do.
Oh, I was like, where? Let's see. Okay. Oh. Ah. I have the sharp thing somewhere. Oh, here it is. Don't try this at home, kids. Especially kids. But your parents could, I guess. Don't drink this fluid, though. Aha! I did it.
Awesome.
All right. There we go.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
You gotta kind of wedge something underneath it and then. Okay.
Then we put the cap back on.
Got it.
Open the nozzle.
Yep.
And then we have our brush.
Yep. Okay.
Yes. And in the dispense one pre-measured 4 milliliter unit of the solution into two small filler holes on the brush. So
how do you pre-measure? Like one's...
I mean, again, is it not like a COVID test?
Yeah, a little bit.
But
I don't know how the pre-measured thing works.
Me either. I just put some drops, a couple drops in each one.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, you're dividing that evenly between the holes.
Yeah, did that.
Oh, wait.
On the marquee. Oh, okay. So you go to like the first unit.
That seems like a lot.
So there's a lot. So those are the little dots on the side. So it's like going back to science days. This is like a graduated cylinder. So all these little these little marky doos on the side of this bottle. So you're gonna like but like there's so much surface tension that when you put it in, it's
Yeah, it's
like
like not really
even.
going in.
Yeah. So this is like, I mean, the quality of the product is really nice, but I feel like it's going to take more time than you potentially wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
Because you're
like
supposed to,
if I was gonna go listen to a record, this is a bit much to like get started.
yeah.
Um,
Because yeah, like the fluid isn't going. The fluid isn't like going down into the brush. It's like staying like there's still like there's a meniscus
mhm.
where the fluid is over the holes. So it's not like soaking. Oh, one side is. It's not soaking into the brush yet. And so my brush is still really dry.
Yeah. It's
Um,
saying that we have to wait 5 minutes.
oh God. Okay, well, let's let this marinate, I guess, is the actual word that is proper scenario. And we'll come back.
We
Maybe.
will come back. 5 minutes. All right, setting that to the side. And in the
I
meantime,
mean,
we'll grab
from the last.
Groove Washer.
Yeah, our buds.
So, shameless plug. Do you have one?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. It's just not down here. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna go run upstairs.
cool.
Sing a sassy song. Or we can cut.
So while she's grabbing that, shameless plug here that we have a custom Women in Vinyl edition. They recently updated to these amazing boxes, which is part of why they are a little bit more expensive. They are $44.95. They're all made in the US. Um, I'm sure when Robyn comes back, we'll talk about this more, but like, love this product. The Women in Vinyl specific one actually has like our logo on the handle, which is awesome. It's an all walnut handle. Um, yeah, high quality product. So the Audio Technica one that we were just using is $29.99, and these are $44.95. But if you buy it through Women in Vinyl, we get money back.
Yeah.
So
Um, this is my very high tech record cleaning kit
ooh.
holder thing. So Wayne Gretzky lunchbox. Yes. Very Canadian.
I
Okay.
love that. I have a
So,
Misfits lunchbox
yes,
that I
here's
carry
my women
cosmetics.
vinyl.
Yeah.
I love that too. So here's the wood handle. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Microfibery. Delightful. Made in the good old US of A.
Yes.
And yeah.
The instructions
Also,
are so simple that there's two pictures.
yeah. Comes with a label protector as
Which
well.
is amazing.
Yeah. Again, decrease your amount of error. There we go.
Yeah.
Aha. Aha. Look at how easy. Even a child could do it. Like, I mean, that's the way that I like to do it.
Yeah.
How about you, Jen?
Yeah, I
Like, this is a
do.
brand new record, so obviously there's
Right,
not.
it's not, yeah. So yeah, I do let mine kind of sit while the platter rotates, and then you have that little bit at the end and you're just like boop.
Yeah.
So they come
Yeah.
packaged
I
so
mean, like,
nice. I mean, honestly, it's so easy. I love Audio
yes.
Technica, but I feel like the complexity of this other one is just kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit much, to be honest. And I mean, no label protector. I mean, I guess there's no fluid to be like splooshed around, so that's fine. Um, but I mean, let's check on it. Oh, I mean, like it. Yeah, I mean, I've still got um fluid in the top, and I'm nowhere near the first hashtag mark.
Yeah.
So like we're not even close to getting to our pre-measured measurement of science fluid. So, oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, because it's like all over the top. Like it's not sinking down.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, like
there's
with the groove washer, it's the walnut handle, rubbed and
label
oiled.
protect.
You can buy parts to like refill if you need, so you're not having to buy this over and over again. So yeah, that's
Here's
that
the
one.
little. Here's the original bottles. Here's the like the little one that you also get too. You get a spray nozzle with the giant ones too. And yeah, I mean you can also help your girls out, help your favorite cause. Give us your money. Thank you.
So I think my Audio Technica is getting kind of damp.
Okay.
So ooh,
Did you put a lot in? Were you able to get more in?
I did get to the first little mark.
Oh wow.
But I mean
Yeah,
it's
I wish you
definitely
could. I don't know if you can. Can you see that? But it's like I
yeah,
have the meniscus on top, so it's not
yeah.
sinking in. Yeah.
So once the velvet is moistened though, with the
Mhm.
record spinning on the turntable, gently wipe the record so that the arrow on the side of the sonic boom is pointing in the direction shown. Okay, so there's like an arrow.
Yes.
Yeah, your camera is not as blown out.
Here you go.
Yeah.
More?
Yes.
Yeah, so it comes with like this little cradle too
Mm-hmm.
that you can keep it in there. So that's where mine's just been kind of resting. I mean, this, I guess this is like maybe a sticky strip so you can like stick it somewhere because there's a thing on the base.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because
There's
then it says
sticky.
use the blue wiper on the storage base to remove dust from the brush pad. So like this little bit.
Oh, okay. So like that.
Like, ooh.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, but see, there's fluid all over the top of my
same.
brush because it hasn't like. Okay. All right. Well,
So,
my hands are wet. The velvet's not, but my hands are.
so yeah, I don't know. I mean, try it out, see if you like it.
Yeah. If you're gonna take some time to clean your records, you could like try start putting your fluid in, go have a cup of coffee, and then come back, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe listen to a record in its totality, and
At
then it'll be moistened.
One of our board members, Jackie,
Let me write
swears by the vinyl style. So I just have one here to show people if you're interested in checking this one out. It has kind of everything that we've talked about. So it has the anti-static brush, the little stylus anti-static cleaner, deep cleaning
one
pad,
stop.
everything. So this one, you also put the cleaner in the brush pad. But if anybody's interested in that, check it out. Just happen to have one.
What is that one retail for, Jen? Do
Let
you
me
know?
see. I feel like that one was kind of in the middle. Check it out. I'll have to check. While we are looking up that, though,
Yeah.
we can jump into the what looks like a record steamroller.
Yeah, this one intrigued me. Aha, the turntable app one. Yeah. This reminds me of, I was trying to figure out what the infomercial was, but there's like an infomercial for something like this. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I mean, 1000% that would work on a record because it's like, yeah, it's just like a sticky roller.
Yeah.
Not like a lint roller, but like a sticky one.
Yeah.
And they used it for cat hair and stuff. Like I can't remember for the life of me what it was called.
So the vinyl
But I will
style
find
one
out.
that we just talked about, the vinyl style one is about $29.99, $29.95. But so what we are talking about, if you are listening, is what literally looks like you were like pounding cement down, like flattening a road.
Yeah, it's like a handheld rolling pin, but like sticky.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um,
And so so Turntable Lab it's a triple operation brush and record roller bundle. So this one it's like a lint roller, like Robyn said, and it you just roll it over the record. And it gets off
yeah.
dust.
All right. Let's see. I mean, it works.
So the instructions for this one are place record on your turntable, press roller on the records, and roll, following the direction of the grooves, complete 2 to 3 rotation. Due to the roller's large surface area, you can clean several records before needing to clean the roller. To clean, use warm water, dry completely, save the plastic, insert as a holder. So I actually love the next one that we're going to talk about, which is the Big Fudge, which is the small version of this.
Oh yeah.
I think they're great personally. I find it to be the easiest way to clean.
Yeah, I mean, it works like a charm. Like it's kind of satisfying. I really I like the noise too. It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like it really gets in
mean,
there and gets it.
yeah. So then when you have sufficiently cleaned your record, I mean, depending again on how dirty your records are, then you just want to wash this, but just with warm water, not with any kind of like a soap or anything, because that'll take like the sticky factor off of it. So just rinse it with warm water and then leave it to dry. And then, I mean, I would always recommend like putting this thing back on just to maintain and then putting it back in its little like plastic carriage.
Yeah.
Let's see how easy it is.
It seems weird to like wet it with water, but it does bounce right back to being sticky once it's dry.
It does. Yeah, it seems counterintuitive. Yeah. I mean, anybody that has like any of our crafting buds out there, see, that's why. That's why I don't do things over top of my records because they just drop this whole package on this poor copy of Magma. Yeah. Record crimes. Yeah, look at that. Totally scratched.
No.
I mean, I do have 2 copies of this record. This one was used for demonstration purposes only. So sorry, Gojira, I love you still. It wasn't intentional. You still had the best part of the Olympics. So yeah, I mean, if you have a Cricut, it's the same kind of idea as your like little sticky mat. So you just like wash it off with water and then it gets sticky again. So I don't know the witchery behind any of that, but it works. So here we are.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like that one. It's good.
I like that one too. And that comes with it's a triple operation brush and roller bundle for $34.90. So honestly, that's a pretty good price. Because this is
and I mean
like,
you don't rip anything in stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So the cleaning part of it is very similar to the other things that we've looked at. It has the anti-static brush in the middle, the 2 pads, the little brush inside. So we use it the same way as we use the other ones. It's sort of an amalgamation of all of them. It has the little silver bit like the vinyl style.
Yep. Touch that for grounding. Yep.
And then the kind of velvet that the Audio Technica had, the little brush inside, and then your stylus brush. So yeah, I think for the money, honestly, that's a good bang for your buck.
This cute toothbrush.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So again, I mean, as we have talked about at length, the carbon fiber doodads in the middle, you're not supposed to touch those with your greasy mitts, so don't do that. Yeah. Good hand feel. I mean,
yeah,
that's just for me throwing the box down and hurting this record egregiously. But I mean, my problem with the dry kind of things is that I find it just kind of moves the dust down the record. You know what I mean? So that's why I prefer like a wet clean, because I feel like it actually does more of the job.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. But I like this
yeah,
one.
I like a wet clean or the steamroller clean. Yeah.
I do. I feel like the sticky rollers are like the best one, because they just like get rid of it.
Yeah. Fly paper for record dust.
Yeah. Totally. All right. Next up,
the Big Fudge.
Record Pal.
Whoa. Ooh. So these
a
are
for your vinyl? Question mark? Yes.
These are under $20, $17.98 on Amazon even.
You can clean multiple records, and when your pal has collected a good amount of dust, simply rinse under running water. It'll be good as new. Love that.
And I use this guy. Actually, mine's dusty because I use it all the time.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it looks like a razor case almost.
Yeah.
Let's see how easy it is for stupids to get into it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I did it! Like under 5 seconds. So there's a little, okay. So it's got like a little piece of tape, like a little bandage tape. So I'm guessing that this is like a protective film.
Yep.
Because like Jen has one, but I do not. So, I mean.
I think the nice thing about this is, unlike the Turntable Lab one, you don't have to keep the plastic to keep putting it back around, because this one has its little like razor case.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. Whoa.
All right.
Satisfying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, nice hand feel.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Very ergonomic. Honestly, they both are.
Yeah. Okay. So, can you see that?
Yeah.
There's dust on here. Okay. So, whoa.
Right?
That's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
And for under $20, I feel like it's another thing everybody should have.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, again, a really great present for anybody that has records, period. I mean, even if they have one already, it would still be right. Yeah. You'd be like, this is my one for sevens. This is my one for not sevens. I don't know if you're like me, but like when you get like a new cleaning thing, then you start to like see all the places that you could clean stuff with. Like the first time I had a magic eraser, like bye-bye 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Later, I was like, whoa, what is this sorcery? It's cleaning everything. So now I'm like looking at my dirty turntable. I'm like, oh, but this would fit in here. Not gonna do that. No. Because I feel like that would be injurious to our little record pal. Don't want to do that. So, I mean, that's 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
I like this load. Yeah. No, that's great. Great job, Big Fudge. Love this one.
The last kind of little like cleaning thing before we jump into some other stuff is this nifty little guy, another Japanese product. Honestly, when Turntable Labs started advertising this little blue brush, I was like, I just need it because it's cute.
Because it's cute. Yes. The magic audio brush. I also just love Anytime somebody says something is magic, I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So, yeah. Oh, cute little box. I mean, this looks like my Kabuki blush brush.
Yes, that's exactly what it reminds me of. Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah, again,
I
for
mean,
for
I like it
anybody
already.
not watching and listening, it's like a beautiful makeup brush, very soft blue bristles with a nice
No,
wooden handle, and it comes
purples.
in a perfect little container. And so this is where Robyn can clean all of the other dusty things that she saw.
Which I love.
Because it's
I
a
mean, it works on
magic
record.
audio brush for records and gear.
Yeah, I mean, it works like a charm on the record too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 1995, so it might, for a brush, you might think it's a little expensive, but honestly, it's really nice quality as everything Japanese is.
But I mean, if you get the equivalent in a makeup brush, it's going to be like 60. So,
Right. If anyone's used it for makeup, let us know.
I mean, that could be a crossover episode. Nikki tutorials, call me.
From your turntable to your face.
Um, yeah, great for components and dust covers. Works best dry, but can be used with spray cleaners. Oh,
Hmm.
we already screwed up. We're not supposed to use the bristles.
Well,
Oops.
I think it's still okay.
Um, keep in the plastic case. Run the bristles along the edge of the case or a credit card to dislodge the dust. Okay. And then water wash occasionally and dry thoroughly.
So literally like a makeup brush.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would use like the same kind of soap that I use on my horrific makeup brushes. You know, once every 6 months when I actually wash them.
Right, yeah.
It's not true. I'm not that much of a raccoon monster. I like this one. It's cute. It would be it. I mean, it cleaned up my gross turntable, so that's great. Yeah, price point's awesome. Again, a nice little stocking stuffer, or Hanukkah gift because you got to get 8 of those. So that's a good one.
Yeah, true.
Cool. Love that. It's cute. It's great. I mean, I would love to see like other colors. That would be my only thing because, like, not everybody likes blue. But...
So moving out of cleaning and into some other stuff. And we'll get into, again, more of the technical stuff in part 2, but for now, we're going to jump into a stabilizer. Viborg. Yeah. Sounds very futuristic.
Yeah.
So these you can get, I believe Turntable Lab has them. They're a little cheaper on Amazon. They are $25.
That's great.
So, do you use a record weight often?
No.
Me either.
I don't have one. Ever. I've never had one. I mean, because I'm clumsy. Anytime there's an opportunity to drop something on record, as you have seen, Fude, live, action. I did it. I done did it. And so like this is, I mean, this is girthy. It is 280 grams. Much like we talk about on podcasts all the time, but probably like actually 280 grams, not arbitrary like record weights.
Since it is a weight.
Yeah. It looks like a compass for everybody following along with their ear holes rather than their eye holes.
Yeah, there is a little level essentially in the middle. And these are supposed to enhance turntable performance, preserve quality of your records. enhances the contact between the record and the platter, reducing slippage, vibrations, and stabilizing speed. So yeah, if you're watching, Robyn has one on now. How's that little level on there working?
Well, the bubble is just off, but
Okay.
just a little bit. I mean, I don't I don't know. I mean, I want to put it on every single turntable I own now to see if it is level on anything. I'm in my shop, so I'm gonna go put it on my lathe level or like my lathe face and
Yeah.
see what's happening there.
And you can get these, like people make branded
For
ones. Like
science.
I have a Discogs one here. I actually have one from Riding Easy. To be honest, I don't really use them much, but they are cool if you do need one. How was it?
So the lathe is like sniper shot. Sniper
Ooh.
shot. Like
Well,
bubbles in
it
the
only
middle.
speaks to your
Pew,
quality.
pew. Oh, that's right. She QC's in real time. So that is, I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better in my like heart parts about knowing what I'm doing also. So that's great. I do love this. I feel like, especially if you have like records that have just like a little bit of a like a dish, you know, this will give you the
Ooh.
oomph that you need to be able to keep it down.
Yeah. Mine's
Yeah.
dead on.
Yeah, this is great. I love that.
Let's just see.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it out with some of my goofy 45s today. And I mean it's got degrees, like degree measurements on the top of it too, so you can tell like how far out your turntable might be.
Yeah.
The question I would have is when you see that you have an outage or an error, then it would be nice if there was like some documentation or like next steps for
Yeah.
the people that that are not as well versed maybe.
Mm-hmm.
um it does have a stroboscope on the top too so that you can see if you are lagging, if you don't have, like tech 12s, if you don't have your calibration dots on the sides. um so that's helpful too, to make sure that you are playing at the proper speed, that your motor is still motoring.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean that would be my one thing, and that's what we'll talk about in a little bit next time, as we get more into our visual mediums and how to address some of these problems. Because I mean that's a big thing, I think, with a lot of these gizmos and gadgets where you're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, well, now I have a problem. Now what do I do with it?
Yes,
So
exactly. Yeah, I will say I agree. You know, it comes in this box with nice like padding inside, but there really isn't any other instruction. And same with the other ones that I have, they just kind of come
as a thing.
as a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
So,
mean that's all fine and good, and the internet is vast and wide and all that kind of stuff. And you can probably find out some things, but if you're gonna if you're gonna show somebody that their stuff isn't working, at least do them the kindness of being like, hey, if you're hanging a little to the left, this is the way to fix it. Like just a little bit of an attaboy. I mean, as we have identified numerous times, like there's a lot of gatekeepery bullshit in record collecting, and gizmos and gadgets is just another kind of rabbit hole that you can kind of go down. So don't be intimidated by these things. As Jen and I have said, like some of these things, this is the first goddamn time I'm seeing any of them. So we can explore how to do things with those. I'm happy to be your little experimentation hamster. Let's do it.
yeah. And honestly, that's why we wanted to do this.
Yeah.
You know, again, we get asked all the time what our favorite things are, and these are some things we have used and other things that we wanted to try because, like, I don't know, does the zero static gun work?
Maybe. Yes. Oh, -1. -1. Cool.
So,
All right. What else do we?
so next is the adapter. So
Little guy.
7-inch people here. I know not everybody loves 7 inches, but Robyn and I love a 7-inch/45. And so we are going to talk about adapters. These are from our wonderful friends at BCW. I think this might be a newer thing. I didn't know they had these until recently.
I didn't either. They have a lot of things though, a lot of handy gadgets. Let's see. I also have a
So for 45 adapters, there's your traditional ones, which, are great. They're a little hard to get in and out though, I think most people will say. So, old school.
Yeah, the little sprocket ones are tricky sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And then we have our women in vinyl adapters. Ooh.
Yeah.
Which are plastic, but they're
that.
nice, super lightweight. You can just put them on your turntable and then flip 7 inches in and out.
Yep.
And then we have what we're talking about now. Metal ones.
That I got here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Right. So, I mean, don't be scared. It's not. So, I mean, you could use this as a record weight on a 7-inch as well.
Yeah, totally.
If it was a small hole.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's some people that like to put the weight on first and then put the record delicately on top. And then there's some people that just like freestyle that shit and put the record on and then put the thing in there and just like nestle it in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do you.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
I do love the metal ones.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah. I mean, and if you have a Tech 12, there are little edges. I mean, you can't see that right now, but there are little gaps. I think you can see it on Jen's in her back corner of her record player. There's a little holder on there, and the Tech 12s come with little adapters too.
Yeah.
So, hooray for that. Yeah. So you keep it close. There's no reason to not listen to 45s. Superior record format.
The metal dome adapters from BCW are $12.99. I think the ones on our site are about the same, a little less. There's also a company we'll put in the show notes that Ray has gotten for me before that actually you can put designs on top. So he got me like a Vertigo label one. But yeah, I think it's worth having if you play 7 inches DJ. Yeah.
I mean, you can never have enough of them, really.
Right.
And I find like there's always that opportunity where you're like, oh, you want to borrow this 45? I mean, not that anybody lends out their records, but like, you want to borrow this 45? Here you go. Here's a little adapter to borrow it. Go ahead. I used to give them away at the record store all the time too. The little like sprockety ones.
Yeah.
Because they're and easy to. I mean, they used to make 45s with them stuck in the centers. So like,
I just bought one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From your trip?
Yes. It was Black Sabbath in an original Vertigo sleeve with this adapter inside.
I'm very shocked.
Cool.
You buy Black Sabbath. I could never. Come on.
So before we get in, let's see first. Okay, so I think we just have to talk about this because I've just been waiting to talk about this.
Oh,
can we talk about the transit platter? Because so I know I said earlier that my hands are small, and so sometimes it's hard for me to hold a record and clean things. However, this is a little this is a little wild to me. It was honestly, and maybe a hot take, so ridiculous that I had to get them.
I mean, we love Gizmo. These new vinyl transit platters are used to place your vinyl when handling disc change on your turntable. Engineered with military precision, this object with a very clever design quickly becomes essential for any vinyl user.
I can tell you right now, never using it. Like, okay, so first of all, for anybody listening, it's by Stable 33.33. It comes in various wood finishes. We have
It is
red
made in
oak.
Canada.
Oh, well, sorry.
Sorry, Canada. I mean, but this is the first time I've ever even heard of this. So, I mean,
I literally was like trolling Turntable Lab for things that we needed to try, and I was just like, seriously? Um, it is literally like a
cute.
puck
Yeah.
that has like a soft base and then like a wood finish. And then in between taking one record off the turntable and needing to put it back in a sleeve and putting your other record on the turntable, you just don't know what to do. You don't have enough hands. So you need to put it on this record platter.
I mean, I
Um,
guess it can be used as like a little display mount too.
Actually, for Instagram photos, maybe so it's not laying on
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Um,
That it comes in two.
However,
You can get it in like the like a aluminum metallic or this black metallic. Obviously, we prefer the black metallic.
yes.
It's got a felt base, which I mean, instinctively, I was like, "Do you put it on the record?" Because I was like, that to me, that's what I'm like. Where does this go? Because that, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you don't want to scratch your furniture, but it just could have easily been like a rubber bottom or something.
yeah.
But it's fine. I mean, the wood is beautiful.
It is pretty.
Yeah,
Um,
material. I mean, I'd like to talk to the military person that has trouble changing records.
it's
It comes with a nice little carry bag too,
so how
for when
much
you
would
need
you
to
think?
keep records on the go.
So I don't know, like if it were me, I would pay $25. It
Okay.
is 64.95
Canadian or American?
American.
Get out. So that's like $80 Canadian.
Hmm.
Inflation is real, but like that
So
$2,
but
really?
that's kind of why I thought it was
To change your
crazy, right?
records.
Yeah. It doesn't really have any
Yeah, I'm
significant
with you.
function to your experience, I don't think. I mean, there's never been a time where I was in like a huge hurry that I needed to like quickly
No?
move something onto a platter. Um,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
mean, let's see. Well,
I'd
I
be
mean,
interested in
so
other products. Like it looks like they have a record weight also. Like maybe that would be
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, here we go. You for when you're changing 45s, I
There you
mean,
go.
that that happens quickly.
Yeah,
So that would,
that
I
could
mean,
be. Yeah.
there's a little justification, but I mean, I guess what like when you're DJing, like I would take this maybe to a club and then have this little guy on the side, like as the combo
Yeah, they
platter,
mm-hmm.
so that you could be like, all right, I got to flip this quick. I'm gonna chuck this one over here,
Yep.
just so that you're able to maintain your song selection. But
I'm
I mean, I'm
curious.
trying.
I am curious who it's marketed towards because the quality of it is very
It's very
nice.
nice.
So it
Yeah, it's
seems very audiophile. However, to your point, I feel like it would be better served for
the quick
something
and
like
dirty
that.
DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I should have guessed that it was made in Canada because it has français on the front as well.
Oh, yeah.
Um, oh, also available is the record weight, designed to optimize the contact between the vinyl record and the platter, but but platter is spelled wrong. So I mean, anytime you're doing marketing, anything like this is technically a Obi strip. If you're putting an Obi strip on something and you got a spelling mistake on it, yo. Um, so, and the plater, sorry, the record stabilizer weight limits the induced resonance phenomena on the turntable. So, I mean, okay. Does yours have like a little goofy design on it? Because
Yeah.
mine's got like a, like on the actual wood, mine's got like a little, looks like space writing or something.
Oh yeah, I think that's like for Turntable Lab.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, TTL. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't
cool.
know. Tell us if you find it useful, if you use one. Would love to hear.
Yeah, I mean,
Comment, tell
a
us.
good gift for somebody to be like, I don't know, you like records, do something with this.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely is like handy for like photos for sure to keep them off of surfaces. Love that.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could use it for cleaning. It might be stable for cleaning.
Could be.
We could try that. We could try
Yeah,
that next
we
week.
should try that. Yeah.
Just as, we could put it all together. So yeah, it comes in a few different finishes. I mean, I hope all these trees are Canadian. Red oak, walnut, cherry, and mahogany. I mean, beautiful mahogany finish. And then the stainless steel model as well, if you hate trees, I guess. Which nobody does. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that one's a little bit of an oddball, but I mean, if somebody gave it to me, I would not be upset.
No,
So
exactly.
thanks,
It would
Jen.
be a nice gift.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah. So while we're on kind of oddball things, another thing that I found while trolling vinyl things on Amazon,
Yeah.
as one does before an episode like this, the
Mhm.
record mitts. So also had not heard of heard of these before. They, if you are listening, remind me of I don't know, something that you would put on the bottom of your shoes before looking at a nice house.
And the way that I looked at them, I was like, oh,
Yes.
they're like oven mitts.
Yes. They're
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. Or like but like maracas oven.
Oh yeah, like castanets. Yeah.
Yes. Little
Yeah.
clam shells. Yeah.
But like felt on the inside.
With
Why didn't
felt.
we come up with things like this? This is hysterical. Hilarious.
So yeah, they are they've got like a little like paper finish on the outside. They say vinyl quantum, a little
Mhm.
sciencey stuff. And then the
Mhm.
inside, yeah, is just felt.
Mhm.
Did not come with any instructions or anything. However, I'm pretty sure you just boop around the record and which seems
Are they for cleaning or for holding? Because I feel like this is so that you don't touch them,
could be.
right? Because it's like the one thing that we have come across time and time again in this is all the instructions say, don't touch the bristles, don't touch the blah. I
True.
mean, we always tell people not to touch the grooves ever anyway.
They
But
do come
so
in
I
a
feel like,
pack of you have two, I have two. So there's packs of four for
uh-huh.
$14.99. They do say they're anti-static record mittens.
But they don't have any thumb holes. So again, somebody like me, I mean, they're grippy right now. But with maybe continued use, they would be harder to grab, maybe, or like you would wear it out with your thumb. Yeah, you try. Boop. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Definitely wouldn't want to like with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if somebody tried to do a clean maneuver with this would be bad news.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like
'Cause,
something
I
you
mean,
should clean with.
yeah,
I mean, yeah,
the felt is pretty coarse.
I guess if you like
Yeah.
can't hold a record like normal, maybe you need a mitten.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if
Yeah,
you're
I mean, they're
transitioning from your turntable to your holder platter, you need a mitten.
older thing. Yeah. Or if you are practicing for your next flamenco dance, but you have to be really quiet. Yeah. I mean, I would like a thumb hole or something, like a little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, for the girlies that have, or the thems or the theys that have longer nails, this
True.
actually might be really amazing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is sometimes hard to, I wonder, actually. Let me see. Let me see if we can get a record off of the turntable in one fell swoop with them. Let's see. All right. Whoop. Back to our mangled Gojira, just so that we mitigate circumstances. Again, I'm sorry, Gojira. I love you guys. Okay, so let's see. So we have this on here. So, yeah, because I mean, you can scoop it. Yeah.
There you go.
I actually kind of love that. Because I mean, there have been times, and I mean, like, I'm not happy to admit this, but I've tried to pick up like a record off of a turntable, and I have not been able to, and then I have with my fingernail across the first track.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Robyn, and I'm a vinyl abuser. But yeah, I mean, so that actually is kind of sweet. I actually love that because that, takes away a little bit of the potential danger for your records. Yeah. That's actually kind of cute.
We interviewed recently 80s Andy, I believe is her Instagram account, and she has like crazy long nails. So yeah, maybe for something like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. Again, if you use these, we would love to know, please.
Yeah.
So,
or if you want to use them now because you have long nails, potentially.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Yeah. So now let's get into
I had
slip
no
mats.
idea what these were.
Right?
It was the first time that I ever picked it up. And I mean, again, really great little gift idea. I mean, with maybe a little instruction. But like,
I mean,
hey,
yeah,
that's
like
cute. Here you go.
$14.99. You get a pack of 4. So yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. You don't know. I mean, it's always that thing, right? Like, oh, well, my person really likes records and I don't know what to get them for a gift. You don't know what music they like or what record they might have 7 copies of already, Jen. So, maybe getting them a little doodad.
Yeah.
If they make you love them is a way to do it.
Totally.
Yeah. All right. Slip mat.
Slip mat.
And in the meantime, woo!
Whoa.
Ooh,
ooh.
This is
all of our women in vinyl merch.
Our Halloween edition. Hey, look at that. Hey. Shout out to our good friend Drew Tetz for creating this little zoetrope beauty for us too. Was this 2 years ago already?
Yeah. And if you are listening and it's October or watching and it's October, we have the white version of that. Only 20 units left available for our Halloween package.
Get them while they're hot. Because zoetrope is definitely the 2024 trend.
Yeah.
Trend alert.
And we were before it,
It's true. We are trendsetters. Jen always comes up with the hottest spooky merch, and it's always super limited edition because we love a limited edition. So jump in there, get that, help out women in vinyl. Because I mean, I'm wearing the shirt from last year too.
Yeah, and I'm wearing this year's.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Look at us shilling. Love it. So, slip mats. I mean, there are 900,000 different ways to do a slip mat.
Yes.
Some people don't even believe in slip mats, which is cuckoo bananas.
Yes.
In my opinion. Yeah.
And before we started recording, we were actually talking briefly. So I actually don't love a cork slip mat, and Robyn loves a cork slip mat.
I do love a cork slip mat. Not only because it offers you a little bit more stability for potentially a record that has a little bit of a dish, a little bit of a wow, a little bit of a something, but it also mitigates a little bit of static as well. So Jen has a really lovely run out groove one. I have one that I handmade for these kind of reasons. but our good friends at Black Circle Radio also gave us ones that were lovely. I mean, seems like every single record store in the world has a slip mat.
I know. We started framing them because they're all so creative and we only need one or two at a time. So depending on how many turntables you have.
Yeah, I mean, I had a pair of like thick felt ones that I would travel with for DJing that I would just take everywhere with me that were Cadillac emblem. Yo. Baller shot collar. That's why. They're really great. But I mean, just like for regular playing, I mean, there's numerous thicknesses of the felt ones, of the cork ones even. Yeah, there's rubber ones as well. Yeah, which is also good.
Which I was gonna look and see because these are these are the felt ones. I can't remember what the thickness is of them. 16-ounce non-glazed bottom, professional grade.
Yeah. I mean they go up in weight and like pillowiness too. So I think the biggest one is like a 3 mil like 3 mil high. So I mean the critical thing here, as we have always talked about, is you need to recalibrate your setup if you are going to be changing the height and weight of whatever you're putting on your surface. So because your playback stylus will ride further down if your turntable mat is really high. And then you're going to just do more damage to your record. You don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that.
Have you used a rubber slip mat?
Yeah, it's stock on the cutting surface too. Again, for mitigating static. Looks like this. As you can see, I've got like some 4-inch and 7-inch lines on there.
So how would you rate them from favorite to least favorite? Or I mean, what for?
Yeah, so like functionality, I use like a regular felt one for new records. And for mostly for new records that don't have any kind of a warp or a dish or anything in them. If we're getting into ones that maybe have a little bit of a challenge, then I go to a cork mat. So I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I change slip mats a lot depending on what we're listening to. And depending on which turntable it is too. I mean, the Dual doesn't love having a felt slip mat on it because it has like some interesting detail, like plastic texture on the top of the actual turntable. So it kind of slides. So I have a cork on that one because it just needs the stability. I mean, if you have a Crossley or like it's like the Crossley equivalent for Audio Technica. I mean, don't shoot me for saying that, but it's the one that doesn't have any kind of manipulations for the for the charm. I think it's the 60 maybe or the 30.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I put a cork on that one too. Again, just to level out the playing surface. And then that way you can add a little bit of weight to your tone arm again with like a dime or a penny or whatever, just to make sure that you're riding the waves a little bit easier if you have kind of an unstable playing surface.
Yeah.
What do you guys? You guys just you guys mostly just have felt, right?
Yeah, mostly felt. I mean, the reason I don't love the cork so much is just mostly because a lot of newer records when I play them on the felt and you pick it up and it's all stuck together and all of that. Maybe I'll use my static gun and see if that does anything between now and next time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously like aesthetic wise, like if you're going to take photos of whatever your colored record is on a slip mat, like you might want to have something that has like a design on it or something. Yeah, or aesthetic wise. the rubber slip mat that we use on cutting lathes for like the 560s and like the lathe cut record ones, because they don't really have the slip mat on the Neumanns and the Scullys. They actually have like a vacuum platter that sucks your record down. It sucks the lacquer down, which is great. I mean, I would love that for everyone.
Yeah.
But again, it mitigates static, and then it does like a little bit with like frequency response and noise floor and that kind of stuff too. So they're helpful. Yeah. Unless they get staticky, and then I will try the static gun and we will see.
Exactly. Cool.
Yeah. Because it's getting to that time where static is going to be a going concern every day.
Yes. So the last bit
Whoa.
for our part 1 is polybags. So do you polybag? Do you polybag your collection? Is that something?
Sometimes, being somebody that like buys a lot of polybags to offer to my clientele, I have been able to have additional ones, and because there's so many different weights and things available, I've tried them out on my own collection to see which one has like the best wear and stuff, because I don't shrink wrap. So I offer a poly bag to just be like, well, hey, you're going to just open shrink wrap and throw it out anyway. And shrink wrappers seems like scare the shit out of me. So no, thank you.
Yes. If anyone doesn't know, it's horror for Robyn.
I mean, I can't think of anything worse than falling on a shrink wrap machine and then just being like shrink wrapped. I think it would be terrible. So I would not want that for a record. Also, because it mangles your corners. Like, don't talk to me about bent corners when you have a shrink wrap machine that is just like.
Yeah. I think that's like an industry thing that needs to be discussed more, is like, you know, distribution wants things shrink wrapped so that people feel like they're new. I think there needs to be a change perception on poly bags if we can get those out into the world for retail. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just like unnecessary plastic, like to just say, oh, this is a new record, like it's coming from a factory, like, you know, because like they're all like they're in certain circumstances too, like when they go to the record store, like they're taking whatever other bag off of them and then re-putting them in another poly bag, and then you buy that poly bag, and then you take off that poly bag, and then you take the shrink off, and then you put back the poly bag on, or you have a whole nother set of poly bags that you buy for your own collection because you don't like the one that came from the record store, and so you put it in that one. And to me, that just seems very, very wasteful and unnecessary. I mean, it's just like a step that you don't need. So, like, yeah. I like to keep my 7s in poly bags because the some of the ones in my collection, like the actual sleeve is very, very degraded in pieces and whatever. So I'm just like
foldovers, like the punk together. 7 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. And I love doing a foldover. There's such a economical option for people that are making records with me. So it's just a nice way to keep everything together. Low cost, looks good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like you can go down a rabbit hole with these, like some of the ones that picture discs come in, because I mean, you don't want to put a picture disc in a sleeve,
right?
So you're going to put it in a plastic sleeve,
and some of these can't be shrink wrapped,
but like,
you know, like the fold over sleeves can't be shrink wrapped.
Totally.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, the paper is just too thin, so you just don't have the constitution to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the poly bags go from like very, very thin to like a 6 mil plastic that is like indestructible.
So we could start with kind of the cheaper.
I'm sure. And I mean, yeah.
So these are, I tried to get stuff that was like reputable known brands to things that you could buy on Amazon, because let's be real, people are going to want to buy things on Amazon. And so one of the
Yes.
ones that we found on Amazon were these CC Idea. They're one of the first ones that will come up if you search for it on Amazon. They retail for $14.98 for a pack of 50, and
That's
they
it's very
are
economical.
some ASMR.
Yeah,
They're
you're
they're
welcome.
they're crinkly. Like like they would do the job, but I don't love them.
Yeah, I mean, I find that ones like these two really split easily.
Yes. Like
Split.
literally like
Put a jacket. Yeah. I mean,
I mean, yeah.
oh my God. Why is this always the like, I know how to record, I promise. Yeah.
These are
Okay.
3 ml acid free and they're more clear.
Yeah. It's tight as I thought that they were going to be also.
Yeah, they're tight
So,
and like any sort of slight pull, and now I have a completely open
yeah.
belly bag.
Yeah. And I mean, that's always kind of the thing with these ones. Like if you get your jacket in just like a little bit cockeyed,
Wonky. Yep.
it'll split the seam like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So
Which is like sort of my beef
good price.
sometimes with resealables too, but that's a whole other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always that like the crystal clear ones that have like a little bit uh less durability, I find. Like
Yeah,
the like clearer the plastic, the more easy they are to split.
totally. Yeah. So this is actually a new BCW product. We do love BCW.
Ew.
They have some of these 4 ml outer sleeve packs. Um, I couldn't send Robin the whole pack because
Yeah,
it
all good.
wouldn't fit. So she does have
These
samples.
ones.
So yeah, these are nicer. They're
Yeah.
$15.99 for the pack of 50. They have a 2 ml one as well.
Yeah.
So how does
Yeah. I
this
mean
one compare?
those fit, yeah, those ones fit nicely. It does feel like it feels like a thicker version.
Oh
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we have
Yeah.
so like I think the durability is nice. Again, it does have that seam that is potential for failure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I feel like I mean BCW is always like really good with their products though. So it might be indestructible. I mean, it is definitely only going to be for like a single LP. I don't know that you could get a double in here. That's kind of the other thing that you have to um like pay attention with is like, oh, are these going to fit the records that I want to sleeve?
Yeah.
Because yeah, like a one goes in easy. Do you have a two handy?
Yeah.
I have a two.
So this is the 4 ml and it's super thick.
Yeah, I don't have a
But yeah, this is like this so I
yeah.
can't. Well, I mean maybe yeah, it'll get in there. It's definitely a little tighter to get in, but it'll get in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I
Um
mean that's kind of the only thing. I mean it depends on what size your records are too. Inside that double LP, if you've got a double 180, you're probably not going to get it in there. But maybe. I mean, you could try.
and then I'm looking for my vinyl style, which I'm not sure where my vinyl style is, but you probably have one, and I love those. They're like super buttery feeling,
Hmm.
like very luxurious.
Yeah, yeah, and thicker again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing too, because there's like if you if you already have some records that have beat up jackets, like are you going to put them all in immaculate sleeves, or are you just gonna chuck on like a poly bag that is more like a record store kind of one that you would just reuse.
Right.
Because why not? Yeah. Just decrease a little bit of the shelf wear, I guess.
Yeah, so the 50 pack of BCW is $15.99. The 50 pack of vinyl styles $17.95. And then yeah, the CC idea is $14.98.
So I mean, all good, like all good options. True.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Well,
could tuck a little note card about your vinyl acquisition in there as well
this is true.
from our good friends at Koppel.
No,
Yeah.
I thought I had some here.
Yeah. And then I guess our last ones are the rice paper ones, yeah?
Yes, inner sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the cards, vinyl record catalog cards. You can buy them on Keppel. They're awesome. If you really
Yeah.
want to get into the details of your records. But yeah, Robyn has the inner sleeves. So those are both BCW audiophile rice paper and regular rice paper.
So there we go.
It's your audiophile version. These are $16.99 for a pack. I normally don't re-sleeve mine unless they're in a beat up inner sleeve. Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, only if it's like really actually going to be harming the record because the paper is really chewed up, you know?
Yeah. Or if it's like in a Euro sleeve sometimes where it's like the board stock and it's going to rub against the paper. Yeah.
Yeah, or just naked. Those are kind of the only times that I'm gonna chuck anything else in there.
Yeah, and then these
Because
are the rice
sometimes
paper.
they just don't, I mean, sometimes they just don't fit. Like some of the jackets were not made to accommodate a sleeve.
Mhm.
So, you've got a naked record and you're just like, oh geez. So then you have to create an extra step because you sleeve that record and then the record goes outside the jacket. Well, and there's a conversation topic too. Like, are you putting your records outside the jacket and then putting them in a bag and then putting them on the sleeve or on the shelf?
I keep mine in their jackets.
Yeah. Same.
So,
I mean, yeah, but that's like, those are the only times when there's something that like physically doesn't fit inside the jacket and a bag that I will re-sleeve it and keep it outside of the jacket and put it in. And I have re-sleeved all of my my 78s, my shellacks.
Yeah.
From the 1990s. So
yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love the rice paper sleeves. I love the audiophile rice paper sleeves because it has that paper for more stability. The only thing I don't love is sometimes like the corners. It doesn't go in super smooth into the jacket, so the corners will bend. But even worse than that, I hate the old South American and Japanese ones with the round bottom.
Yeah, round
Hate.
bottom is yeah.
Glad those are not cool anymore.
Yeah, I can see why to a point, but yeah, they don't sit nicely and yeah, it's design flaw. So yeah, I mean that I think is episode 1.
That's part 1. We got through quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's crazy box with more coming next time.
Yeah. And this is our first video pod.
Yeah, hi, here's our faces. If you didn't see them before on Instagram, now you can see them for a whole hour or whatever. There you go.
So we can officially tell people, like, subscribe, leave us comments,
please.
Tell us what you think.
Please comment. Yeah, comment. Tell us what you think. Tell me that I hate records. I don't know. But we would really like to be helpful in this new undiscovered country. So let us know what you want to see from us now, because we can do that for you.
Yeah.
With our faces and our own gear, and we can try and get other kinds of things and help you with your questions, because we get a lot of questions and we want to help you with your questions.
Yeah. And tell us products that you like that maybe we didn't cover or that you would recommend.
Or maybe you have just come up with something and you want to share it with everyone.
Yeah.
Help us to help you to help everyone. Yeah. Awesome. It's October. It's spooky season. It is the best season. Go to Women in Vinyl store. Get your things. Get some codes. And we'll show you on another episode how to join the Patreon.
Yes. Patreon.com/Women in Vinyl.
Come join the ride.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. Join the conversation on social media at Women in Vinyl. We want to hear from you. Shoot us a message for topics you want to hear, feedback, and more to info@womeninvinyl.com. Huge shout out and thank you for all our supporters, affiliates, and sponsors like Marshall Headphones. Visit our website, womeninvinyl.com, for ways to get involved, and you can always contribute to the education, demystification, and diversification of the vinyl industry by donating at womeninvinyl.com/donate. See you next time.
This episode has been brought to you by Women in Vinyl and Red Spade Records. Thank you for listening. Please remember to subscribe, and you can always contact us directly by visiting www.womeninvinyl.com.